Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast all about knitting and spinning and some dyeing of yarn, all of which I do from my home right here outside of Lima, Ohio. I live here with my handsome husband, Randy, our cat, Purdy, our cat, our dog, Ginger. Ooh, sorry, Ginger. My father-in-law, and his cat, Tommy. So we got a nice full house, but it's very nice. In fact, we have a fire in the fireplace. I'm sitting in a different place. My husband's working from home, and in case he gets a call or something, I thought I should, be a little bit further out of earshot or mic shot or whatever you want to call it. Okay, today is January 27th, and this is episode 238, and I'm calling it "What Day Is This?" Because, as you know, my filming has been so haphazard as of late. Um, yeah, what day is it? It's a question I ask myself almost all the time. So you can find me on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress as Naturally Kim's Knitting. Then on Ravelry, we have a NapiersKnits and our podcast group, Naturally Kim's Knitting, where you can join in and craft alongs and all kinds of fun stuff. Then I'm on Instagram as knittin_Kim, which I don't think I've been on this week. That's one of those things that it's on my phone, so if my phone isn't dead, then I can check it out. I also have to make sure my phone is charged for when my grandchildren call me. Okay, now I have become an affiliate with a few different places. Amazon, Knitpicks, Annie's, American Bible Society, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Mindwear, and Leisure Arts. If any of those interest you, just go over to my blogger podcast notes, Naturally Kim's Knitting, and there's links over to the right hand side. Just click whichever link you're interested in, and you can shop through that, and I can get a couple pennies. But it's also changed some of our prizes for our knit along, which I'm going to get to here in a second. Because now, instead of gift cards to just Amazon or Knitpicks, you can also get a gift card from Hobby Lobby or Michaels. Joanne's, I don't have enough people that watch it. They just weren't interested. But I do have now Amazon, Knitpicks, Hobby Lobbies, and Michaels that I will be giving gift cards from. Now, I was talking about craft alongs. Well, we always have one for every month where you can put your any craft that you finished in the month, take a picture of it, go to the Ravelry Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group, post your picture. If there's a name for the pattern or your design, please post that. And at the end of the month, you can be eligible for one of those for a $10 Amazon, Knitpicks, Hobby Lobbies, or Michaels um, gift card. Sorry. Let's see. I close that on February 1st, which is just a couple days away. And we really don't have a whole bunch of entries. However, I do know that some people do like to wait till the end of the month and get everything in there at the same time. So that's okay. I don't care if they do that. Anyway, so I close it on February 1st, and then I do a drawing with random number generator. And I will probably put out a little podcast where I will announce the winners on there. Um, you just have to watch it because it'll be a separate little one, but it won't be very long. So just go ahead and keep an eye out there. Okay. And those gift cards that you can get are a $10 gift card for many of those. Then we have the Taiga Hilliard craft along. I love her designs. I'm working on one right now that I can't show you because it's a pattern test. Oh, I love it. Um, that's going to end on March 1st, and it's the same rules as the other one. When you finish one of her patterns, or more than one, take a picture of it, post it on the correct thread, and you'll be eligible for $15 gift cards from any of the aforementioned category or stores. Okay, we haven't had anybody turn anything in yet. which is a shame. She has some free patterns, and I would never say don't do a free pattern. Go for it. That's what I like to do is free patterns. Anyways, if there's anybody out there who would ever like to donate a prize, I will never say no to that either. I will warn you that due to COVID and all this, mail seems to be mixed up somewhat. My dear friend Fizona, she sent me a package at the beginning of November. I still haven't received it, and she's in the UK. But So, anyways, let's see what else. Oh, I should tell you also for the Taiga Hilliard, um, another prize option would be one of her patterns. Yeah, I figure I should promote her with that too. Okay, so oh, and then for March and April, you can have a choice of either doing cable knitting or Alashienka patterns. This is one of her patterns. This is what she was formatting, and this is in the Rockies, and I love it. As you can tell, I'm wearing it today, but I can see this will be nice to wear around the house when it's chilly outside and I need an extra covering, or in the springtime when we go out. And I love this border. It's a cable border. Isn't that gorgeous? So anyways, that's what this is. And I'm wearing this today because, at least for now, until I go outside, then I may have to put on something warmer because it's a little chilly outside. Let's see. So you can have a choice. You could do one. You could do cable, or you could do the designers. Either one would be just fine. Then May and June, I figured we should do lace knitting and or the knitting expat. Once again, you get a choice. I love her patterns too. Let's see. If you ever have any craft along ideas, just post them under the show notes somewhere, and I will see them. Okay, so on the needles. This is just a moment. I can't remember if I could pause this one. I guess I won't. I have finished one Advent sock for myself, and I've got another one that'll be done by this weekend. And I left them off the camera, and I'm filming with my Kindle, and I can't remember if I can pause it or not. So I'll just have to show you what I finished between the last time and next time. I am working one a week. So, this is Three Kingdom Breakfast Tea. It's a new one from the Republic of Tea. Oh, it's lovely. And I put ginger peach with it just to give it a little flavor. Not ginger peach. Yeah, ginger peach, just to give it a little flavor. Both those were from the Republic of Tea. Okay. What can I show you that I'm working on? I have a pair of Soup Kitchen socks, which I really haven't progressed much on since the last time I taped. I like to work on those when I'm at church, and I haven't been able to volunteer or go to church in the last week or so. So once I get some more progress on them, I will show them to you. Yeah, they seem to get put on the wayside sometimes. But yes, I can show that. I just can't remember the name of it. I was going to look it up. I will have to look up this name because I didn't write it down, but I know it's in my Ravelry cube. I'm sorry, I'm stuck looking at a cute picture of my grandkids. Because that's where I'm typing it from. So just give me a second here. I'll type it in. I will find it, and I will show the pattern to you. Oh, I have to remember my username. There we go. Because I don't usually access it from my phone. Let's see. I know some people don't like some of the changes that Ravelry are in the process of doing. I'm okay with them. Um, as long as I can still get to the patterns that I've chosen. Gotta find the right one. I know that I thought I put it in my queue. If not, it's on this. Well, I told you last week. That's not it. I told you last week that I was going to work on something special for somebody. And since they probably watch the podcast once in a while, I thought I will not talk about who it's for. But it's a Ruana. I have a Ruana that I wear around the house. If you don't know what a Ruana is, it's kind of like three rectangular pieces. One for the back that goes long ways down the back. Then you connect two shoulder pieces. So you have a place for your neck. It fits around your neck. And I should have worn mine, but I wanted to show off this shawl. Anyway, so I am making a Ruana for somebody special out of that yellow yarn that I dyed. And I like the way I dyed it. It has two different patterns. So you have a seed, sorry, forgot where my camera was. A seed stitch border, stockinette, pattern 1, stockinette, pattern 2. I know you can't see what they all are yet because I haven't finished the whole repeat. Stockinette and pattern 1. But I love the yarn. This was Knit Picks yarn. No, I got this from Wool to Die For. Wool to Die For yarn. And I used lemonade Kool-Aid. And what I did was I balled up my yarn first. And to make one of those pull from the center balls. And then I got my big kettle, put Kool-Aid and I like to put a little bit more acid with it because it doesn't always catch. And then, so when I dyed it, it's right here. See how bright the outside is? But the center is lighter. But then you get, because of the edges here, you do get brighter yellows once in a while, pops. I'm really getting into knitting with these. I'm working on, well, the thing I can't talk about, the pattern test out of that right now. And I should tell you, I'm also not showing my grandson's sweater yet. I don't know if I told you last time. If I did, it's been that long since I've worked on it because I have to undo part of it. I was revamping this to make it, so I could work it in the round all the way around. And I was working along. They tell you to mark the place for the armhole. I marked the place for the armhole, but then I kept knitting around. And then I realized, wait, this sweater doesn't have any armholes now. So I have to undo it. But since there's color work, because I don't know if you remember, there's a, my grandson would hate me. Oh, there's a pterodactyl. Brachiosaurus, I think is what it's called. Those are on the front, and then on the back is a T-Rex. I don't know why my mind's blanking on these. Oh, my grandson had a birthday on the 22nd. They gotta go to the zoo. And then we video chatted a couple times, and he's been showing me, he's got a couple, he's added to his likes. I think it's because of me, because he's got a couple dragons, Lego dragons, and he's loving them, and I love dragons. They fascinate, I know they're mythical. If a book has a dragon in it, I'm probably going to read it. If a book has, which I've regretted one time, for Christmas, I don't know if I showed this. My grandkids got me, I guess it's for my husband and me, got me this dragon, and my husband put it together for me. Because when it comes to following Lego directions, I have a little problem. I can't do it. Ooh, I didn't know his legs moved. Anyways, so this stays on the heater here, and I look over it, I don't know how many times a day. I just love it. It's just so cute. So, anyways, that's my dragon. But my grandson got to go to the zoo. The zoo was open, had to wear masks and everything. So they got to go to the zoo, and which is something my husband and I always gift them, is a family zoo pass. So, yeah. So I think he had a good birthday. And while I was talking, not really on my needle, but this is on my wheel right now, I am doing some homespun yarn. It is made of two different colors of Shetland wool, and then from Busy Bees. I want to say that's what it was. I will let you know next week for sure. She has some Dolce de leche, and it's really super soft. And because Shetland can be a little scratchy, I thought I'll mix it together. And what I love about homespun is I may have these little bobs here, but that's okay. I like it. I hope my husband does too. So I'll have to show you sometime all the different yarn that I've done up for me. I have to put it in skeins and soak it, and then I have to beat it a little bit. But yeah. So once I get the pattern test and get back to my grandson's sweater, then I'm going to use that to make me a sweater. And then since I've been back from California, I've lost 10 pounds, and so for 10 pounds, I get myself a piece of clothing. Well, this time I got the yarn to make a piece of clothing, and it's waiting to be dyed until after I get these things done. So you may ask, have I got anything done? Yes, I did. Remember those socks? I say I got it done, but I haven't done the tags yet, so how can I say I got it done? These were in that, just a second, I have to reach over and get it. Artful Arches by NapiersKnits. This is a cool book. This is the last pair of socks that's in the book, and it's called Sparkle Socks. I picked it because I only wanted to work with one color. Well, this is Chroma Fingering Weight, and this is Sedona. I haven't blocked them officially. I'm going to do all my blocking in one day. I need to block this too. So anyways, yeah. I like how they turned out. And they got on the blocker fine, which I was worried about because these stitches, the stitch does have a tendency to make it pucker. So I actually went up a needle size, and I haven't put them on my feet yet. But I'm hoping that they'll go on okay. But I like them. So that's a finished item. And I did use remember when I showed you this from NapiersKnits? This is and there went my dog. This was my cable needle pouch that NapiersKnits asked me to try out, and I love it. I try to keep my interchangeable needles there. My clock is singing now. I know it's Christmas songs, but I love that clock. So, yes, when it plays its little songs, it gives me a little smile. So we decided to leave the battery in for a little bit longer. La 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 la. Now, I have been so blessed because on there it is. On Instagram, either friends will recommend me for or put me down for a name for a drawing, or I just find them myself, and I usually put friends down too. Well, this one was she wanted a name for one of her yarns, and to me it just shouted Carnival, Mardi Gras Carnival. Well, so she let me have 30% off of a skein of yarn. I go to her site, and I am a big Van Gogh fan. I love his artwork. Well, Starry Starry Nights is one of my favorites. So I got Starry, Starry Night yarn. And I'm going to make myself a pair of socks out of Starry, Starry Nights because I love Starry, Starry Nights. So I'm just so happy. I should tell you, this is Starry Nights, and it's wool nylon superwash. It's fingering weight, 415 yards, 100 grams. Machine washable or hand washed, lay flat to dry. And it's from Feathery Fibers, Tanya Ford. And may I just say, I love it. It's well, and I loved it when I got this from the mail, and it had this bag. I went, oh, I know who that's from. So I am so tickled. Then this was something I won, and this was from Wool Swap. Um, there's their card. And it says, Dear Kim, congratulations on being the winner of my December giveaway. I hope you enjoy this beautiful yarn and handmade bag. Regards, Gail from Wool Swap. Yes, they have a giveaway every month. Look at that bag. I can't remember where the bag came from. It might have come from her, but I was thinking it came from someplace else. But it's a beautiful bag. And this is beautiful yarn. Now on the camera it looks more orangish. This is a red. Chickadee Fiber Arts. Goldie and Finch, red. Chickadee Fiber Arts, birds of a feather knit together. It's a merino Selena, a nylon. And yeah, so let me show you. That's the front of the card. Oops, sorry. Yes, I've got purple nail polish on. That's because, as you know, when I was being taught how to knit, my mom was hoping it would help me to stop biting my nails, and it really didn't. I just learned to take knitting breaks and bite my nails. Okay. Well, as you know, I had a breast cancer scare. I'll be facing radiation in a couple weeks, which at that point, you may not see me for a week or so because my sister has told me it does make you exhausted. Um, but they said that you shouldn't have manicures or anything like that. I said, oh, I probably on that hand. I said, well, then I probably shouldn't bite my nails, should I? And they go, no. And so we had to go to the drugstore for something else. I told my husband, I'd like to get some fingernail polish. Because if I have fingernail polish on my nails, I'm less likely to bite them. So I got purple. And I got a top coat. So, and I actually painted these last weekend. And they're still looking good. I mean, it also shows how short my nails are. But that gives me incentive to let them grow. Sometimes it's all you need. Let's see, I better look at my show notes, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh yes, Nina's had some new patterns that she put out on Nina's At My House. At My House is all one word. Um, but you have to go there and look. There's some crochet. She has knitting patterns, crocheting patterns. If you look closely, you might see one or two patterns that were pattern tested by me. Then let's see, Knit Picks still having their sale on books. It's so hard for me not to buy one, but I'm thinking I've got enough books. I need to be, work it out of them. That's why I made that one pair of socks. Um, they also have a discount off their Bare Yarn if you buy it in bulk, and it's 15% off. Then they have their Sweater Weather, which is 10 or more skeins of selected yarn, and you get 10% off with the code SWEATER10. Now, this is the time where I'm going to talk about me. This is a reason why there wasn't a podcast last week. No, it wasn't my breast cancer. That's, like I said, it's pretty much under control. I have to do radiation just to make sure everything's got, but that's, okay. My right arm has been giving me problems moving for over a year, like 13 months. I was at the doctor's, goes, raise your arm forward. Okay, that's it. And that's struggling. I went to see him a couple months ago, and he said, "Well, your muscles feel warm." So he goes, "I want you to stop doing the exercises you're doing with it, but go ahead and use your arm like you do every day." Okay. Well, it hasn't helped the range of motion at all. So when I went to see him, and your spouse is, Randy gets to go with me to all of my cancer appointments. I mean, he's my support. He's my driver, but he's my support. But he's not allowed to go in with me to the orthopedic surgeon. So he's out in the car, and my doctor comes in. I love my doctor. Dr. Patel is just wonderful. But he comes in, and he has me do that. And I said, "I want to bring my husband on the phone if you don't mind." So I did, and we had a, you know, kind of a call. Anyways, we discussed what to do. And I have shoulder replacements in both shoulders, right? I had this one we thought cleaned out to help it last year around May, and it never really helped it. However, there was plastic that was breaking in there that he did have to remove it. So that needed to be done. Well, now he told me, he goes, "We're going to have to replace that shoulder." I've had it done on both sides. Knees aren't fun, but shoulders are less fun. Because, you have to have your shoulder to do all different motions. Your knees basically go, front and back. Yes, you have to put weight on your knees and everything, but you do a lot with your arms. So I came home. This was last Thursday. I was going to go to volunteer. I was a mess. Basically, we went right to my church, asked for prayers from everybody I could think of, and whereby I'm still, the thought of it, the thought of it is still scary to me, because I remember how painful it is. It's my right arm. I won't be able to use it for a while. In fact, I had to buy a Portuguese knitting pin, because that's what I did the last time, so I could knit while I'm recovering. But anyways, Randy and I were talking, and I said, if I could just have dates for things, that will help settle things in my mind. Because originally I told Dr. Patel, I want to wait till I get through radiation. Then we'll work on it. And I got home, and Randy and I were talking, and we said, because we have to have a CAT scan, a specialized CAT scan of the shoulder, because my body seems to eat the adhesive or whatever that hooks the shoulder up to your body. So I have to have a special one made with screws and all that kind of stuff. And so I have to have a special CAT scan so they can get a special picture, so they can send it off, and have a special made just for me. And yeah, so it's quite a process. So I said, why don't we get the CAT scan towards the end of radiation? And that way, I'll be ready to go into the surgery soon after, because ideally, I just want to get it done. I want to get the recovery done. And then I want to go to California for a month. Spend a month with my daughter and my grandchildren. I mean, I would go to my sons for a month, but I don't think that they would want me there for a month. They have a 1-bedroom apartment. I could sleep on the sofa. Their dog Odie would love that. He could greet me in the mornings. But no, if and when they move to a house, I might come and spend a little time with them. But otherwise, I'm just going to go out for my daughters then for like 4 or 5 weeks. And my husband come out towards the tail end of that and be with the kids. And I'm thinking I might do it the end of summer, maybe through September. I'd like to be there for Lambtown. So I might be there beginning week of October. Hopefully, I'm optimistic. Coronavirus will be gone. In fact, somebody was saying, "Oh, poor you. Here we thought 2020 was going to be a mess." I said, somebody else has told me, They don't think it really matters what year it is. As you get older, your life's a mess anyways. So that's what's going on. I will be having radiation on the one side of my body, and then I will be having a shoulder replacement. I will hope to still do podcasts. I may end up not. I may end up doing a typing one, that you can read the words, let you know how I'm doing, or I may do a little one with me talking. I can't imagine I'll have a whole lot of knitting or spinning to show you, but hey. So, anyways, that's my life in a nutshell. Let's see how many doctors I can get in. Let me help me lose track of days even more by you know, all this craziness. I am going to have to go because speaking of doctors, I have a doctor's appointment in about an hour. So, anyways, I've done talking enough, anyways. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great week. I hope all your craftiness is successful. I hope you don't make any mistakes, but if you do, I hope they're little ones that are easy to correct. Big, big hugs. I love you. Take care, and God bless. Bye bye.